as we're doing those acknowledgments, we think about not only those who have nurtured and developed him and groomed him, but the community from whence he comes. And these spirituals, this repertoire, comes out of community. The original spirituals were collective communal songs that later were developed into solo arrangements. And so what Danny and Matt, phenomenally have done tonight have shown you the solo arrangement of the spiritual, but it's about the community. And so unlike some formulations of music, which come from an individualistic perspective, the spirituals are always about community, which I think why it's important for us to be here this evening to experience, but also to participate in our ability to offer our spirits, right, our beings to not only the presence, but the power of what the songs are. So these spirituals were the original incarnation of Black Lives Matter. If you listen to the context of the lyrics and you listen to what is being said, in essence, in a multitude of ways, what is being said is Black Lives Matter, our Black Lives Matter. And it's unfortunate, as Danny talked about the William Grant Still piece, that we are still suffering from the various things generations and centuries ago that we're suffering from. And so the articulation of this is that we cannot be silent. Danny said it, not me. I'm quoting him. We can no longer be silent, right? So all of the songs touched me, every last one of them.
And thank you for bringing the multitude into the room, that that's a cosmological perspective contained in the spirituals, that there is no individual that doesn't bring a whole room full of folk with them when they arrive, right? So while we acknowledge Danny's family and his teachers, we're also acknowledging, as Danny did, the unknown composers, anonymous composers of these songs, and then the people who transmitted them through time and space, eventually until the point of notation. So this work originates in a time where there would not have been notation, but it quickly gained some ground as notated material and arranged material, and we can trace that to particular arrangers, as well as the collection by the Johnson brothers, as well as the Fisk Jubilee singers. So would you speak a little bit about how notation is a parallel course for the songs, and you spoke about how these are the solo arrangements of a communal singing, living communal singing tradition. It still exists, it's still being sung. Can you speak about those two things, how they coexist?
The original notation of spirituals were actually transcriptions. So they were individuals trying to transcribe what was already being sung in order to archive and then, of course, curate it. And from that collection, then you have the rearrangements and the rearticulations, the reharmonizations, all the wonderful stuff that were here. But as I look at this manuscript that's in front of me and look at the wonderful notated, musical nomenclature, it does not articulate the emotive feeling. And you talked about the cosmological piece. There's a spiritual piece too, right? And that coded language can only be articulated from someone who's from inside the community, right? So if you think about the page, one can sing this, but what Danny does is bring his own embodied in real-time history, as well as the generational legacy which he carries, as well as the embodiment of the cosmological practice of what's here, who are here, right? This is a historic space. When we walk into this historic space, it continues to be historic, but there are folks who are here before us, right? A whole lot of folks. And we bring that presence into the being as well. So the notation is extremely important because it creates a sense of discipline in terms of the articulation of what we're doing, but we also bring something to the notation, right? And that's that little thing, right? The little seasoning that's not on the recipe, right? That little secret sauce that we can bring to it that still keeps us true to the demarcations here, but it's in the phrasing, it's in the interpretation, it's in the breathing, it's in what you're breathing into and out for. Right?
And there's that saying, you won't leave here how you came. And it doesn't just speak to the people, but also the music, yes. That it is reimagined and renewed and refreshed with each iteration. So in hearing Danny's arrangement, we all now have new takes. Danny and Matt and Gavin's arrangements, excuse me for excluding the collaborators. We all are going to leave with new takes on spirituals that we may have known. I wanted to also point back to William Grant Still, and just if you're not familiar with his work, or that of Florence Price or other composers of that time, and composers working for orchestra and chamber ensemble and concert presentation. Look into it. There is a magnificent tradition, lots of crossover with spiritual arrangements, but of an African-American composer tradition for art song, for orchestral music, symphonic arrangement. Another question I had for you was Wyatt T. Walker saying that it's impossible to hear what Black folks are singing about religiously without it pointing to what they are living with sociologically. And Wyatt T. Walker was a minister in Harlem, but also a scholar of the musical arts, and wrote some volumes on spirituals. Do you feel that still holds today? He's been an ancestor for some time, and here we are in the 21st century. Does that still feel true?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels true. I mean, you know, in a number of ways. I mean, let me go back to what you said about William Grant Still and Florence Price and, you know, Dawson, and we can list the names. They are in many ways being rediscovered, but I'm using air quotes because they're not being rediscovered, they were left out. And so when you're written out of history, there is no rediscovery, there is a correction and an act of justice, right? So I want to correct that sentiment so that we understand the reality and the importance of words. Our words matter, right? And so in that sense, there's this joke, a meme or whatever that says everybody wants our rhythm, but not our blues, right? And in that sense, it coincides with what, you know, the great Dr. Wyatt T. Walker is writing about the sociological piece. Folks believe that spirituals are beautiful. I find them to be haunting. Because if you really listen to what it means to feel like a motherless child a long way from home, I don't find that beautiful. Perhaps the vocal performance of that is beautiful, but the sentiment of the text is not. And what we do is we tend to listen to the aesthetic approach without dealing with the content, right? And if you don't deal with the content, then you don't understand the context. And if you don't understand the context, then you don't get to the sociology. So you come and you experience a phenomenal vocalist with two great accompanists, and you say, oh my God, that was absolutely beautiful, beautiful. And I'm looking at, did you really hear what was sung? Like when you listen to the text of William Grant Still talking about lynching and then talking about Georgia and Massachusetts, right? When you talk about were you there when they crucified my Lord, right? There's a man coming, right? And he took my mother, right? Second verse, he took my, that's not beautiful. Now, the approach and the presentation of it is beautiful, but words matter. So we have to be able to say, wow, Danny's performance was beautiful, amazing, but I'm deeply haunted by what, right? Because unless you get to that context, we don't have change. Because if I'm singing, I'm hurt, I'm hurt, I'm hurt, get off my neck, and you're like, oh, that was so beautiful. You're not going to get off my neck. Right? So I think the sociological piece that Dr. Wyatt T. Walker was saying is so true, and we have to be able to hear.
Our time is far spent and we're ready to go. So
More music, let's talk it.
I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Price again.
I love the Lord. He heard my cry. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. And pitied every groan. And pitied every groan. Long as I live, while troubles rise. I'll hasten to his throne. Yes, 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 yes. Oh yes, I love the Lord.
Check. Kevin, give me some more, please, in the house. This is a tribute to Dr. King. Can I get more on the monitor? Is this a dead church? Because it sure enough sound like one. Yes! Yeah! Yes! 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 Oh, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, hop into it. Yes! Yes! Now I got the floor with me. Come on, balcony. Yes! 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 Oh, yes! Come on and clap those hands. I haven't got you stirred up enough. Yeah! 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 There is fried chicken, collard greens, candied yams, and a mac and cheese downstairs. Yeah! All right, church, are you ready? Let's go a little bit higher. Come on.
Yeah!
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 Yeah! Yes! Now, I don't know if you've ever been to one of my shows before, but I never do a show where my audience is not singing with me. Are you ready? Can I take you on a journey? There is a video of Dr. King giving one of his last sermons, one of his finals in Chicago. And Mahalia Jackson gets up and she sings a spiritual, and the whole room goes crazy. If you would, for my sake, help me imitate for just a second. Can we do that? Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Maybe they don't understand that. Some people can't say what they feel. They just gotta moan it. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know he's alright.
I know he's alright.
I know he's alright.
I know he's alright.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Come on and clap your hands. Come on, somebody shout in the room. Come on, shout in the room. Oh. If this is my last chance, I'm gonna praise him. Will you all give it up for Gavin Rushing? How many people know I still need more game? How many people know that it's not all in vain? Gavin Rushing, everybody. If I can help somebody as I travel on, if I can help somebody with a word or song, if I can help somebody from doing wrong, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as a Christian, then my living shall not be in vain. Shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. pass along. Boston, don't you know that my living shall not be in vain. I know you cried sometimes, and I know it feels like you're all alone, but your living shall not be in vain. No, 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 no. Oh, then my living shall not be in vain. Is my living in vain? Is my giving in vain? Is my praying in vain? Is my fasting in vain? Am I wasting my time? Can the clock be rewind? Have I let my light shine? Oh, have I made 99? Then my living shall not be in vain. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor. It will not be in vain. Come on and clap your hands all over the room. This is the oldest, the first African meeting house in the country. And the great Frederick Douglass was in this very space. A great liberator. And I don't know what you believe in, but I do know a liberator. I do. And it's not a he. Some people say that God's a woman. I would give it that, you know. But it's not a she either. You can't box this liberator in. You can't box it in because it's all around us. And there are things that I know some of you all have entered into this holiday season looking for. Better job, a raise, a new relationship, a healed body, a new house, the mortgage that comes with that house. But some of you all want safety. And in these unprecedented times, we all are looking for safety. But I know a great liberator. I do know a great liberator. Do you feel all right in the space? I want everyone to lift up your hand. Place it on your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. No, I don't know what you believe in, but you do. Repeat after me. I know a great liberator. Everyone say, oh. Say, oh. Say, lift your hand again. I know a great liberator. I know a great liberator. If you aren't too busy for me, can you just join in and say, I know a great liberator? Everyone say, oh. Can you feel the house which you roll? Say, oh. Now, can you stand on your feet with me? Oh, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody. Oh. Oh, ain't gonna let nobody. I'm gonna keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let Jim Crow turn me, no. Ain't gonna let Jim Crow. I'm gonna, oh, marching on to freedom land. Everyone say yeah! Say yeah! Say yeah! Now clap, 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 clap. Ain't gonna turn around. I know. Kevin, you gotta give me more volume in these mics. I grew up in a Pentecostal church. Come on, keep clapping, y'all. But some of y'all didn't clearly. I'ma say, can't turn around. I can't turn around. I can't turn around. I can't turn around. I can't turn around. Come on, clap your hands. I can't turn around. I can't turn around. I can't. great. I can't turn around. I can't turn around. I can't turn around. Oh, ain't gonna let nobody. Ain't gonna let nobody. I'm gonna, oh, marching on to freedom land. I won't turn around. I won't turn around. I won't turn around. My mother left me, but I won't turn around. My father left me, but I won't turn around. I won't turn around. Can't turn around. Can't turn around. Can't turn around. Lift your hand. I know a great liberator. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade. Wade in the water. Because God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, children, wade. Wade in the water. Wade, 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 wade. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Because God's gonna trouble the water. You know what he told him to do? Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. I know a great liberator. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land, and tell old Pharaoh. Everyone say, let my people go. When Israel was in Egypt's land, say, let my people go. They were so oppressed, they could not stand. Let my people go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land, and tell old Pharaoh. Some of you all are still in bondage because you haven't told the thing to let you go. Some of you are still dealing with the same things because you ain't telling them to let them go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land, and tell every sickness, tell every disease, tell every demonic force, tell every disruptor of peace, Tell COVID-19, tell every form of cancer, tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Everyone say, oh. Say, oh. Say, tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Come on and clap your hands in the room. I do know a great liberator. And the great liberator took me a little off track. But that's all right. I want to thank everyone for being in the space tonight. I cannot go and name every single person, even though I would like to. But there's a lot of familiar faces in the room, and then a lot of people that I'm excited to meet downstairs in the reception. And I'm extremely grateful. I am extremely grateful. This gratitude that I have goes so deep. Growing up, and even sometimes to this day, if you want to know what the secret sauce is. No, I'm joking. I would, don't play that. I would stand in front of the mirror and conduct. I would put on a track and I would conduct and watch myself. And I wanted to perfect the gift that was inside of me. And I'm still working towards it. And I'll graduate, and who knows what's next? Only the great liberator does. But I'm gonna keep perfecting the gift. And so look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, perfect the gift. Whatever the gift is inside of you, perfect it. That's what you're on this earth to do. And I believe that there are benefits and gifts that we have read about and heard about, so-called that we can only, receive when we reach the promised land. But I think there are promises that are still yet to be fulfilled while we're on this earth. And so perfect the gift. I want to thank the city of Boston, Lori Nelson, Susan McCollin. I want to thank my mentor, Sean Curran, in the room. I want to thank she's the chair of the vocal department and has been the best person to work with because I'm hard-headed. And I don't be shedding and practicing. Dr. Corrine Byrne is in the house. And my professor, Brian Moe, is also in the room. Thank you to the museum and Malika for your help, the Museum of African American History. Can we give it up? I want to thank the tech crew and everyone that's been very helpful, Claude, in this process. And again, I want to thank everyone that's in the space. Thank you to my family for coming out, and to Bishop McCoy, and you all heard from Bishop Powell. Special thank you to Dr. Emmett Price and Amani E. Wilson. I would not be doing any of this without them. And I study this. This is what I study. So to have to recreate a space, it takes a lot of work. And so I look up to the giants in this room who have been doing that for so long. Thank you to Ashley Gordon in the space, my professor. Fun fact, all of the music, so Matt Savage, everyone, one more time. I promise I'm going to my seat. Matt arranged I Want Jesus to Walk With Me. And Gavin arranged every other song on the program. What I'm grateful for, Ashley, was extremely helpful in pushing me to get all of this music transcribed. And so Matt was able to help us and actually transcribe everything. Y'all, this is how it would work. I would sit like this. I would press the record button. And Gavin and I would just play a million things until we found out what we wanted to do. And then I would edit it, clip it up, and then send it to Matt for it to be transcribed. I thought that it was so powerful, and I know that Gavin can read music, we can all read music, but I do just want to say, in the same spirit of our reality, they didn't teach Negroes how to read. And, or write. And so it was important for us to make sure that it was written. And soon to be published. We're working on some things and so that we can get this music out because we haven't heard it in years. But thank you all once again. Really humbled, and I want to shake all of your hands and meet all of you downstairs. Thank you all. Thank you. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired and I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on. Line. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me on. All right, take me to the vamp, Gavin. All right, I need y'all to say, lead me on. Let me hear you. Oh, lead me on. Oh, Everybody say, lead me, lead me. I know y'all want to go home and eat. Come on, lead. Oh, lead me. Oh, everybody clap. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. God bless you.